Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute, huh? It's been a while since I've uploaded, but hey, we're back, we're getting going again, and we are going to start with what I think is going to be a pretty cool video. We're going to be exploring the new huge city that's going to be added in update 0.10.0. The footage you're about to see is from the closed test server, so everything in this video is subject to change. So keep that in mind if you see any visual bugs. Also, I'm recovering from COVID right now, so if I sound a little weird, that's why. It's also why I haven't been uploading yet. Anyways, let's get into the game. So, here we are. We're right next to Kamensk, and you can already see the expanded map. Now, a lot of this map expansion is pretty empty. It's going to be mainly base building area, and I would expect a lot of these areas over here, down here, to be pretty empty for the most part. Eventually, this is going to be fleshed out. You can see the road just sort of disappears here. This is all going to get done. For now, though, today in this video, we're just investigating this area right here, and that is Kamensk. Right now we're in Kamensk, so let's head on over. And here we are. So this is the same road leading from Kamensk, and we are now in Kamensk. So as you can see, the immediate layout of the city is going to be some smaller village areas right around here, sort of like Chernilog, this area on the map if you're familiar with it, and then it's going to develop into the downtown area, and that's where our focus is going to be today. Oh, hey, look, another player. So, one of the first points of interest is going to be right here. Right next to the gas station, we're going to have this warehouse area. And this warehouse area has a media mission. These are standard buildings you're pretty much already used to. There's nothing crazy here. It looks like that other guy just cleared out the media mission, actually. Yeah, look at that. There's the reward crate. So even if you're a lower level player, there's still something here for you to do, which is nice. So before we head downtown, I know it's really tempting to run down Main Street right there. Let's take a look at the small village. We're not going to spend very much time there, but we might as well. Also, while I'm running over, this is not going to be a looting guide. I'm saving that for a different video because I'm not very familiar with how the loot spawns here just yet. So this video is going to be just purely a visual preview. We have our friend here again, right next to the cinder block pile. So here we are. Pretty standard looking town, but it is a good one. I think this town's actually really pretty. Especially this spot right here. If you've seen the teaser images that I put out recently, you'll recognize this spot. And this is a pretty large little town. It is definitely comparable to Chernilog in size, I think. It's not as big, well, if you don't count downtown. But it's a decently sized spot. Also, down here where I am, there is boat spawns too, in case you're wondering. There's boat spawns all along the beach here. Okay, let's actually go downtown. So, we're going from the suburbs straight into the downtown area. And I figured the best place to start is just by walking down to the town square. Why not, right? Now, something I do want to point out, because I saw this was asked a lot, is that you can go inside most of these buildings. Like, okay, let's see if I can get inside here. I bet you that I can. Not that door. Here we are. Yep. A big problem while making the city has been keeping the game running at an acceptable level, because this is a lot of things loaded in at once. And during testing we have had some FPS trouble. It's running pretty well now, and I'm pretty confident it'll run just fine for everybody. Even lower end guys shouldn't have too much trouble with this big city. I'm sure you can get at least 60 FPS. And here we are. So you can't go onto the rooftop of every building, as you can see. But you can go pretty far up. And this isn't just one specific building I picked out. I really did just choose this one at random. This is on the public test server if you want to explore this for yourself, by the way. So you can test this on your own if you don't believe me. Alright. So, let's run downtown. Go to the town square. We have a patrol here. Oh boy. Interesting loot crate. Alright, not bad. Normal AI patrol. And here we are. This is what I'm calling the town square. It isn't technically the town square, but I think it's nice and scenic. Got a nice, I think, what is this, a BMP4? Pretty sure. That leads to the other side of the city. We have this building, which I'm guessing is a supermarket or some sort of mall. Not 100% sure. You're going to see a bunch of these corner stores everywhere. They're going to have food in them, seems like. Oh yeah, and these are going to spawn loot as well. You'll find a bunch of these around the city. I think those are cool little containers. Anyways, let's check this thing out, because I think a lot of you guys are looking at this in the teaser screenshots, and it is an exciting building. I like it a lot. Also, let me turn my HUD off. Not sure why I had it on this whole time. Now, this isn't a mission area, unfortunately, but it is a very nice looking area. Of course, it is going to spawn a decent amount of loot. This spot actually kind of reminds me of Interchange from Tarkov, except the lighting isn't as egregious. I just want to point out I really like all the posters and art in this city. It has a very unique aesthetic that I very much enjoy. Another spot you might recognize from the teaser screenshots. And since we're here, let's run over to the school. So if you played Stalker or other games that's based on the Chernobyl/Pripyat area, you're going to recognize this building. This is a pretty famous building. I don't remember the real-life name of it, but it doesn't really matter because this building only shares the same layout as the real-life building. The interior is not modeled completely the same, as you're going to see. I wonder how accurate this globe is. This might be an old one. Anyways, that's something else for somebody else to explore. I think I know who that is. Anywho. This is probably going to look familiar to Stalker players for sure. Let's head downstairs though, because downstairs is a little bit more unique than people might be expecting. Because downstairs is essentially a shooting range. Which, when I first saw this, I was very surprised. I was not expecting there to be an indoor shooting range below the school, but here we are. And I kind of like it. It's got all these old, I think these are Soviet-era posters. At least they look like they are. Here we have different types of 9x19. Or actually, no, that's 9x21. Even cooler. We have some grenades here as well. Anywho, you guys can come look at this on your own. This is just a preview video after all. Let's move on to the next area. Now, just north of the school, we are going to have our first epic mission area, and that's going to be the train station right here. Now, there is something in here that has changed since the teaser screenshots, and that is this mural has been, well, signed. Now, the epic mission here is going to be a bit more unique compared to the rest around the map. The bots have a completely different gear set, and you know what? I might as well just show you that. So, I'll use some of my magic closed test server powers and get an epic mission started. There we go. Mission just popped up. So, let's have a look at the bots. Now, I won't lie, I'm kind of sick right now. I don't feel like slogging through this whole epic mission, so I'm just going to use more of my closed test powers and get you guys up close and personal here. But yeah, as you can see, AKSM, completely blacked out Gorka, got some balaclava action going on. Let's see what this guy's rocking. Looks like another AKSM. Yep. What about you, buddy? Come back here. Ooh, PP3000. Sunglasses. The digital camo Gorka. Not a favorite of mine, but still very nice. Another PP3000 user. It's pretty cool to see the bots actually using the new weapons. What do you have? AKSM. I know they can also use normal AKMs, and that's about all of the weapons I've seen at this epic mission. So, this is going to be a pretty dangerous one. The bots are scattered in a pretty large area all across this rail yard. Oh hey, there's an AKM. There's really not very much cover to work with here, so this is going to be a very interesting mission PvP-wise. PvE-wise, I don't think it's going to be that difficult. You have just enough buildings to work with that the AI will funnel in. It's just very, very easy to third-party this. I mean, look how much room you have. Anywho, let's move on to the next spot. So, just across from the rail yard, we have the police station. Now, this police station, I think, might be my favorite building in the entire city. And, you'll see why here in a second. Ah, here we go. These guys look familiar. And here we have some, torn down offices. Nothing super, super crazy. Let's head upstairs. Oh, a bandage and a book about astrology. Very nice. Ah, here's another one of those. Here we have yet another one poster with some very familiar looking people. And, normal police station stuff. And right over here, we have the armory, which is going to be a spot you're probably going to want to check. I haven't checked the loot pools here, but I can already see it's got a interesting selection, to be sure. Now, I know this isn't the most exciting building, but I don't know. I just like it. It's cool. It's unique. Let's move on. Now, if we continue heading southwest, we're going to go into a bit of an interesting area. There's really nothing completely unique over here. It's just a lot of high-rises. Now, here's a good example. This is one of the buildings you actually cannot go inside of. There isn't very many of these blocked-off buildings, but there is some. You can't go inside of every single one. But I don't think anybody actually expected that. At least I hope you guys didn't. We tried to open this up as much as we reasonably can, but, you know, there are limitations. Unfortunately. See, this half of the building is blocked off. This half you can get inside of. In this southwest corner, we're going to see mostly industrial spots. You're going to recognize some of these structures from other areas in the map. We have a nice crane here, which I believe you can get inside of that crane, which is pretty cool. Actually, let's go see. Why not? Here we go. It's going to be a little awkward getting up this thing, but I believe we can. Nice. Alrighty. Here we are. All the way up top of this crane. If you don't like heights, you're not going to like this section of the video. Especially with the wind sound effects. You do get a pretty solid overview of the area. There's not a ton happening in this portion of the map. There's not any missions nearby. 1, 2, 3 missions in this complete area, by the way. But still, cool to see, nevertheless. Oh boy. I'll be fine. Skill, everyone. Pure skill. Anywho, let's go back into the city. Alrighty, so we are now on the southern edge of the city, right next to the bridge, where there's somebody doing a mission, I guess. And here we have the kindergarten. This kindergarten is based on a real-life kindergarten in Chernobyl, or Pripyat, whichever one you want to call it. And it is represented pretty well in Deadside. There is a medium mission here currently, which is why you're seeing all of the AI patrolling around. Now, as a mission area, this is going to be a pretty unique one. This building's layout is really blocky and confusing. So it's going to be hard to track and flank people in here. It's also kind of sitting in a bowl, as you can see, with high-rises surrounding it and apartment buildings. So there's going to be a lot of snipers looking down at you while doing this mission. So this is going to be an interesting one. A dangerous mission, but a pretty fun one, I think. I'm excited for this one. Who knew I'd be excited for a kindergarten in Deadside? PvP in this area is going to be crazy. I can already see it. It's such a big area. There's so many missions and things to check around. And there's not a lot of cover. It's definitely going to be a snipey area, that's for sure. But I think you guys could already predict that. You have a lot of these open streets with not very much cover. You do have buildings to work with, which is nice. But man, this place is going to be a death trap. That's for sure. I'm very excited for it. Oh, look at this. We have a nice park right here. Isn't that nice? There's lots of small little details like this littered around the city. I'm not going to spend time covering every single one. You can find them on your own time. Or, again, join the public test server. See them for yourself. Oh, hey, look. Public bathroom. A very high-quality public bathroom. Oh, yeah. Almost forgot about these. Another thing taken from Pripyat/Chernobyl. Pretty cool. I like them. Okay. Let's go across the river. I guess we'll also take a quick walk through this store here. This makes me want some ice cream. Okay, yep, let's go. So, here we are across the river. You can get a pretty good view of the scale of this place. It's really large. It's really, really large. If you stand on the bridge, that's how you render everything in. If you don't do that, there's going to be chunks of the city that are completely unrendered, which is pretty impressive. We are standing currently at the construction site. There is a medium mission that can spawn here, so I guess there's 4 missions in this whole complex, technically. We're also standing right next to the Kamensk sign. I think I spawned that mission right on top of the other guy who's exploring the city. My bad. Let's go watch. This little construction side area is basically a whole town on its own. It's bigger than most towns in Deadside, which is kind of funny. We have this main construction area. This is the actual mission site. Outside of that, we have some small industrial areas, some small high-rises. Kind of reminds me of Kamensk, actually. Reminds me a lot of that. Even in this area, you're going to see some unique models that aren't in the main city. Stuff like these buildings, which is pretty cool to see. I like that. It makes this area unique and worth coming to. This is more of a suburby area, I suppose, with these blocky apartments. Which, again, you can go in them, as always. Not every room, it seems, but you can go in them. I'm definitely going to be making a loot guide for this city. I'm sure there's going to be some high-quality spawns. Ooh. That's cool. Now, there's definitely probably going to be a VSD or spawn or two. I'm sure explosive spawns, stuff you're going to want to check. So that's pretty much it with this new city. I've shown you the main points of interest. There's a lot more to see. So if you want to join the public test server, have a look around yourself, go for it. Of course, the public test server is probably going to have some insane PvP here, which is going to be fun. But there is one more thing I wanted to talk about before I let you guys go. This is about why I haven't been uploading for a while. I haven't uploaded in probably 3 months, I think? Maybe? 2 months, 3 months? I'm not sure. I haven't looked. It's been a while. And that's weird for me. I'm usually relatively consistent about when I put out videos, maybe once or twice per week. But I've taken a bit of a break, and that's for a couple reasons. It's kind of hard to explain. I guess I'll start with my mentality with YouTube. YouTube for me has always been more of a hobby than a job. It's something I do for fun, and it's still something I do for fun. And if I'm not enjoying it, then, well, I'm not gonna do it. And I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really been enjoying it recently. I've been working really hard on some big videos, like that challenge video I put out recently. Oh my god, that thing took so long to get done. Huge video, hour and something. Tons of editing, tons of work, and I put the video out and it just doesn't really perform well. And I get a bunch of negative comments, not related to the video, mind you. It's because I'm the lead community manager for the game, right? So they just leave comments about how, this game's dead, and, you know, you should add this, and it's very demotivating, right? And, I'm okay with putting out videos when I'm not really enjoying the process sometimes. That's fine, right? With some hobbies, you have to do that. I played drums for a while when I was younger, around 16 or so. And I enjoyed it, but not always. You have to practice. You have to force yourself to practice. If you don't, you won't get better, and you won't enjoy it as much. And I do that sometimes with YouTube also. I'll upload videos that I really maybe didn't want to make very bad, but I will put out videos when I'm not really enjoying it, but only so much, right? If I'm putting out a bunch of videos and I'm getting a bunch of negative feedback, and it's not really performing well, then I just decided to focus on community management work, basically. That's what I've been doing. I've had the time, kind of, to make YouTube videos. Sometimes I don't. I definitely have had chances, and I don't know. I haven't had the motivation, but I want to get back into it. I really do enjoy YouTube. I miss making videos. I feel more disconnected from my own community than ever, which I really don't like. That's why I've stayed around this game for so long, if you didn't know that. It's the community. This game has a decent community. It's not always great. I enjoy running my servers, playing with them, and I don't like being so distant and disconnected from them. I like uploading videos, I like running events on my server. It's a good time, and I want to get back to that. So, I will be starting to make videos again. I have a bunch of videos planned already. I actually have some really old footage that I'm going to be using. We're talking footage from 0.5.0, 0.6.0, like real old stuff. But it's good footage, and I cannot waste it. Dusty knows. Dusty knows, if you're listening, you know what we did. Anywho, I hope that made sense. I'm not blaming this on you guys, by the way. I'm not saying you're not leaving enough positive comments, so I'm not going to do it anymore. No. This is not your fault. It's part of being lead community manager. It's just part of being on YouTube. Sometimes you get burnt out. It's hard to stay motivated. I hope you guys don't mind talking about this, too. I don't really talk about my personal life very much on YouTube, because honestly, I don't think it matters that much to the channel. That's not why you guys are here, right? You might like me, but you don't need to know about my own personal garbage. In fact, most of you probably don't even care, and I don't really care to share it, so. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this. None of this is scripted, by the way. I'm just walking around talking. Anywho. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to start streaming either. For some reason, whenever I stream, I cannot sleep that night. I just can't. It destroys my sleep schedule regularly. I really enjoy streaming this game, but it just... I don't know. Maybe I need to stream earlier in the day. I'll figure it out. For now, I wouldn't expect any streams anytime soon. Sorry. I know. I know you guys enjoy my streams. And it's really good for making content on YouTube too, but... sleep is important. Sleep is real important. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you very soon. Thank you for watching.